Hi guys, Victor from Tech Heads here. Before we get started today, I would like to announce once again that our Patreon is officially live, but this time with some extra features. When you sign up, you officially become a producer of the show. This means that you will get access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content such as our extensive show notes. On top of this, you will also have access to the episodes 4 days earlier than everybody else. If this sounds good to you, feel free to check it out at patreon.com/techheads.
4, 3,
Now
2,
on with the show.
1. So, here we go.
How you all feel tonight?
Oh, shit.
No, that
Can we
would,
do that again?
no, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as it picks up the clap, we're fine.
Okay. I was
Yeah. It doesn't have to be on
Totally
time
off
as long as I can basically match them up to being where we clapped in sync. It's
Right,
fine.
gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
have to be
cool.
perfect. I can figure it out from there. It's a lot easier than just like scanning through the audio where it's like both of us talking at completely different times. And I'm like, what the hell? That sentence didn't make any sense. Why did I interrupt you there? That's super rude. I'm like, oh, it's because it's out of sync. So that makes sense. What were we just talking? Filler words?
We were talking, filler words and saying like between you'd say something and then I'd go, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just something that it's just you, and it's just
Right.
part of recording. It changes like everything about the way you're talking, and it throws everything out the window that you wanted to do initially, like not using the word
Right.
like or not using and it was hurting whenever I would record and edit. I would be like, geez, I am using the dumbest vernacular for so many things. Like I should not be talking like a 4-year-old. And I would get super self-conscious about it and tell myself like, okay, do not use this word. Do not use that word. But then I would be so busy trying to like keep the show going and like try to hit all these topics and explain things that I would immediately forget all these things. So then when I'm editing, I'm like, what did I just say, dude? Come on.
Did you ever take Mrs.
Yeah.
And okay, I don't know if you had to do this project, but she made us
bleep
do
it out.
one of
Feature me. Just,
Oh, yeah.
just bleep it.
beep beep.
We love her though. Shout out to
Yes,
Miss
the
Beep.
best teacher ever.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you had to do this project in her class, but it was like a presentation, and if you said any of her B words, I think it was B words, and then anything like
Mhm.
those kinds of words, you got like a huge point deduction. And
Right.
I remember just like sitting there, and then every other sentence I would like look at her and just stare and make sure that I didn't do anything wrong.
Yep. I remember something along those lines. Yeah. Was it like a presentation?
Yeah, it was.
Right. Yeah. Because when you're writing, you know how to like take those out when you're actually typing
Exactly.
a sentence. You can construct it well, but yeah, on the spot, it can be kind of hard sometimes. I do remember though, when we did it, I did pretty well. I didn't use the word like or very much at all for some reason. I think I was just really like focused on that for some reason.
Right. Yeah.
And I got one. I didn't get like the least amount, but I definitely got like one of the least amount in the class. And then I remember this one girl, I guess she forgot about that part, and she had like 50 of them at least. And we're just like, that sucks. Because she did really well, but then that just deducted her so much. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess it's just it's a whole thing. Have you taken speech in college yet?
I have. I took it online, which was the greatest idea ever because it was the stupidest class I've ever taken.
You're so lucky. Oh my God.
But honestly, it made me more nervous I feel like I can speak in front of a class a lot better than speaking to myself in a camera. It just was. I sounded stupid because I would get so frustrated because I would keep recording myself over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been one time where I was editing and I think I said I was trying to say a sentence, but I said it completely backwards to what I meant to say. But Anna, she understood what I meant to say. I don't remember exactly what it was. So I was like, should I just re-record that one sentence? I was like, I mean, it's not like I'm hiding anything. So I don't know. I just, in the middle of editing, I just like pretended I was talking to Anna and recorded myself like saying that sentence. And it, like, to me, it's like, it's so clearly staged and awkward. I don't know. It was so funny to me, but I don't do that anymore. I really like to keep it as raw and
Fresh.
unfiltered and fresh as possible.
Right. I like it like that.
Yeah. I like to include the listeners too on like my editing. Like if something happens in the background, or if I'm like talking to my future self and I say like, oh, make sure you cut this out, cut this in, keep it in. I don't know. I think that's funny to let the listeners in on, because then they're kind of like in on the joke.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not always a joke, but I think it's just cool. Anyway, speaking of podcasting and whatnot, it's episode 47 of Tech Heads, and honestly, that might be one of the most boring numbers of all time. And it's a prime number, right? Yeah. Sorry to
someone made a brand out of it, so I don't think so. The 47 brand. So we're all good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's standalone, not the brand, but standalone, probably one of the most boring numbers out there. And I apologize to the hardcore top 50 prime numbers fans out there, because that's like the highest one, I believe. Yeah, but today's episode is anything but boring. It's in fact the opposite. First of all, we have Niko with us once again today. So he's here.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we have some team announcements to all of you. So, like I said, I like to keep you guys all looped in. So, the first thing is that Niko is officially a tech head at this point. He's been on like 3 episodes. He's on payroll and he's in the team Slack. So, it's getting serious. So, Niko, welcome.
Thank you so much for officially having me on the team. I'm so excited. And I need some merch now. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any merch, but I better get some so I can represent. Like, oh yeah, it's just this little podcast I do.
Yeah, I know there's a pin out there somewhere. I don't even have it. Yeah, I think Anna maybe made some pins, but I still haven't even gotten a pin. So I guess it's like the supreme of podcast merch. But anyway, so yeah, first of all, welcome to the team. I'm sure this feels greater than when you fixed your first error in Python. Like you got to be over the moon about it. Yeah,
of course it does.
Second of all, your profile picture in Slack makes it look like you're in the middle of battle in Ukraine. But anyways, welcome to the team, and we could not be more excited to have you here. Yeah, tell us about your profile picture, because to paint a picture for you guys, it looks like a selfie. I don't know if
it was. Yeah. So this spring break, I went on a trip with my girlfriend and then my cousin, his girlfriend, to Chernobyl. Yeah. We made sure to drink as much of the river water as possible.
Nice.
I grew a third eye right in the middle of my forehead. It was pretty cool. No, so we went up to North Carolina, and then there's the Blue Ridge Parkway goes all along the Appalachians. We did go to Bear Lake. Oh, yeah, so we were up at Bear Lake, and we took a day to go into Waynesville, which is like a town, nearby and stuff. And then there's the Blue Ridge Parkway. There's this place called Water Rock Knob, and you can hike to the top of this mountain, and it's like the most gorgeous views. So we did it one day and realized that there was a separate trail that we had missed at the very top of the mountain, because we're all like panting and breathing heavy, and it was raining and cold, and we're like, even though we're all in our early 20s. And so anyways, we realized that we missed this rock with like blue spray paint on it, and it just says plain on it. And so if you turn at that rock, there's this separate trail that goes for like probably another 2 miles into the woods, and it is like the craziest trail. You're like on the side of a mountain. It's super cool. You're just through the woods, and it looked like twilight. Oh wow! And I tried to take a picture looking like Edward, like climbing a tree, just for the jokes. But once you get to the end of it, there's a plane crash that's been there since 1983, I think.
Oh,
and
that
it's
was a
just
plane. Got it.
there's an entire like plane just strewn across the side of the mountain, and it's crazy. You can like get inside of it, and there's all this writing on it. But we went super early, so it looked like Ukraine or Russia.
It looked
So,
really
yeah.
spooky. Yeah. Well, yeah, great. Thank you for the backstory. I was kind of curious, like,
Thanks for letting me tell you.
Yeah, what's he up to? Yeah, so we couldn't be more excited to have you with us.
Thank
so
you.
since he's part of the crew now, that basically means we can rotate who's hosting in order to maintain like a more work-life balance between the three of us. Because let's face it, working full-time or going to school full-time and podding on the weekends can do a number on some of us. And
Right.
I mean, definitely happens to me all the time. But then I'm like, no, let's just go through. Let's make it fun. So with the addition of Niko, we can have someone take the weekend off if needed, and then you guys won't have to go a week without an episode because, I know that's kind of lame if you're looking forward to the show. The few of you that are like, oh, hell yeah, Tech Heads is coming out this Sunday. Let's do it. But not only is it great for the listeners, but it's great for us because we have another person to bring the show to another level. So whatever you're doing, whether you're like driving down the highway or you're in your little office working away, just like whatever you're doing, just get up and give a nice round of applause for Niko for joining Tech Heads. So feature me, edit in the applause, blah blah blah. Just do that.
Blah, blah, blah. Woo, thank you guys.
Wow, damn, they're really going at it right now.
They were. Oh, guys, calm down.
Wow, I can hear the people. I can't even hear like the audio of the applause that I put in. I can hear the other people in the world just.
Dude, I think there's people outside my window right now, like screaming.
Are they upset or are they really excited?
I don't know. Hold on. Looks like they're really excited because Tech Heads is back, baby.
It's probably a little bit of both, similar to how Elon bought Twitter. We have a lot of people who are excited, a lot of people who aren't excited. So it's probably a mixture. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean, with having
out there.
with fame as you're now experiencing,
Mm-hmm.
true fame doesn't happen until you actually get some haters, and you probably have your fair share of haters already. You don't even know it at this point, being on such a big podcast.
Yeah, it's it gets you some days, but other days it's what gets me up, out of bed.
How can I upset them more?
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I even wanted to talk about this, but that was just such a good segue. Let's just talk about it anyway. So
right, why not? It's current.
It's super current. And actually, so if you're listening right now on the day that this episode came out, fingers crossed that I should have it done edited. We are recording a day before you're listening. So this is no longer a week old episode where we're like, oh, did you hear about this? And everybody listening's like, that was a week ago. You dumb idiot. Like that's old news already. So, yeah, we're trying to keep it as current as possible. So anyway, yeah, Elon, it happened. He purchased Twitter. Lots of things to unpack on that. Jack Dorsey stoked. Jeffy B is rolling out the troll tweets. Tesla shareholders are pissed. Employees at Twitter, they're on the fence. The CEO is trying to comfort everybody in that like nothing's going to change. There's no layoffs planned. I don't know how I feel about him saying there's no layoffs planned, but I don't know. I think it's really funny. Yeah, it happened. And what was like your first thought when that happened? Because we were talking about it last episode. In case you guys missed it, we talked about how it looks like it's probably going to happen. Yeah, how are we?
I don't know. Personally, I was excited about the whole situation going down. I really liked his comment. He said, if you can make 10% of the extreme left and 10% of the extreme right unhappy, then we're doing something good. And I was like, that sounds great right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got to give it to him. That's a great stance, I think.
Right. That's what I was like. We need more of that now. And the fact that Jack Dorsey was in full support of it. I didn't really realize that. I thought he was, totally against it, and then I started reading a little bit more and realized that he was, even excited about the change. I honestly think it's going in a good direction. But, obviously there's some strong opinions either way with that. I'm a little bit more moderate about it. So,
right. Yeah. I'm
right.
At this point, like, I think I've kind of, maybe changed my mind cause it's just happened. I'm super open to see what happens. I'm like, I'm down because I do like, as a crypto head as well, like I'm all about open source and decentralization. And I think like doing this is like another step in that direction for a social media company, which usually isn't really like that at all because it's just like, it's public, it's privately owned though, but there's like influence on people who run it. So I think this is kind of cool that I don't know. It's also funny because like who actually like really uses Twitter? It's like I don't know. I think it's really funny. I go on it like very rarely if I just want to see like quote unquote like what's going on in the world. But you can't deny it's like a super important platform to the world, and it's like I think what did Jack Dorsey say? It's like it's like the subconscious of the world or something like that.
Yeah, he said it's the first like I forget. It was in that article that you sent me this morning.
Yeah, something like that. I do know that he wanted to be a little cryptic about it. He tweeted "Everything in its Right Place" by Radiohead on Twitter, and I thought that was really sick.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's a Radiohead related tweet, I'm down. But also, I just it's a great way to say that you approve. I think he said that he would much prefer it not be solely owned by somebody, which totally fair. Like I get that. But he said this is just a better step in the right direction versus it being this thing that was more like owned by the street, as he puts it, Wall Street. And I don't know. I think it could be fun.
Right. I really like the idea of the open source. I think that was, a really great way to kind of, I don't know, to kind of transition into this new shift of power with Elon. He's like, hey, look, I'm buying this, but it's going to be open. You guys are going to know exactly what's on your phone. Granted, there's people that will go on and kind of check on that every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right.
I do. Oh shoot. What was I just going to say? God, God, what was I just going to say?
That thing that you were going to say, remember? It was the one thing. I found what we were trying to say about Jack Dorsey. He called it the world's first global consciousness.
Okay. That's great.
Or the closest thing we have to it.
That's what it was. Yeah, closest thing to it. Yeah. It's super true. I mean, people are going to go to it and flock to it no matter what. Like even if a lot of us are like, oh, this is kind of weird that we still do this, but there's still going to be people who utilize it and like take it as like their primary source of what's going on in the world, which it makes sense because so many people around the world have access and use it. Damn it. I really wish I remembered my point there, but it's fine. I'll just move on to the next thing I was going to say. So, let's see. So yeah, I guess in order to make, a significant payment towards how much he said it was going to be financed for, because he got financing and then he said he was going to put cash down for Twitter, I believe. So in order to get this cash, he decided to sell like $8.4 billion worth of his shares in Tesla.
That's what he said? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so it's really, I get it. I get doing that. It makes perfect sense to, get the capital to actually put down on the purchasing of a whole social media platform. Like, even if you're the richest dude in the world, like, yeah, you got to get the cash from somewhere. Cause like most of these rich people, it's not liquid cash, they have it
exactly.
in investments and, I don't even want to like bore
Huge
everybody
misconception of the public.
with that. Yeah, it's like it's not all
That
just
they just
there all
have,
the time.
He has, what is it, $240 billion in cash just lying around.
Right. Yeah. So, in order to get the capital, he sold a bunch of Tesla shares, which I don't know. I guess I'd probably do the exact same thing to get cash. Like, why not go into my piggy bank and get what I need to buy the thing that I really want?
Right.
It was really weird though, because he did it on two separate occasions. So on the first occasion, he sold some shares, and then I don't know if he decided that that wasn't enough, or if he wanted to do something weird. Because like we all know, he has a significant impact on the market. No matter what, he could tweet
everything. He could literally just like blow his nose and throw a tissue out, and then they'd go, "Oh my God, we need to start investing in Kleenex."
snot coin.
Snot coin.
Yeah, it's funny. So yeah, he sold them on two separate occasions, like a day apart. I think on Wednesday he sold some, and then Thursday he sold some, and then after that he tweeted like, "This is going to be the last time I sell any for the foreseeable future." So who knows what that means? But yeah. So when he did that though, so Tesla shares lost like 20% of their value, and as we all, not all of us, but a lot of us do know, like Tesla is an interesting stock to invest in. It's essentially a crypto at this point. It's super volatile, and I did some digging, and the last time it dropped this much was back in September of 2020. It was 12%, and yeah, him doing this, it made it drop 20%, and
right.
Shareholders are really, really mad about that.
So I was gonna say, like you were talking about him, doing it in two separate occasions where he sold some of his shares and stuff. I was just wondering if maybe that was just a tactic not to make it drop the 20% that it did all at once, because if he was selling such a significant amount of it, it would have probably thrown off Tesla quite a bit.
I don't know. Either way, it did throw it off a lot.
Right. Either way it did. But
yeah, it was the worst daily drop. I don't know. It's annoying to the shareholders. I don't care because I don't own that much Tesla stock, so who cares? But yeah. So I guess Tesla had all these targets and milestones they really wanted to reach super soon, but doing this just added another variable in a jittery market, because now they're like, oh, are we even going to make these numbers? And like, who knows what happens after that? But
right.
it's funny. As a CEO of the company, he's like, it seems like he isn't as involved as he could be, which it's fine because you're doing so many other things. You like to stick your little nose in every little thing in the world. But,
right. He's literally Jimmy Neutron. That's what I've narrowed it down to.
He is.
I was thinking about that
blockhead of his, like.
He's Jimmy Neutron and does whatever he wants and is involved in so many different things because Jimmy Neutron, he's boy genius.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking about that this morning. It made me laugh.
He is a little Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, he's a grown-up Jimmy Neutron.
Except Jimmy Neutron's parents were like middle class American, just living in the burbs, chilling,
right,
making muffins, and then what? Are his family
Jimmy's
like?
Mom.
They're like diamond people.
Were they?
I think so. Aren't they like?
Hold on, Jamie, pull that up. You know how Joe Rogan does that.
No, Jamie, to the right. To the right.
Who were? What's his name? Elon Musk's parents.
Evan Mutt.
It's something like that. Errol Musk.
I thought they were diamond miners of some kind, or I don't know.
So yeah, it doesn't say. It says in this article. Oh, that's from Wikipedia, that they were very wealthy in Elon's youth.
Oh, okay. Well, nothing wrong with being wealthy.
Right, nothing wrong with it. At least he went and did something else. Right, made his own kind of name with it.
Yeah,
I always respect that. I respect when people don't just live off of that and do something
like the
with
thing they were
themselves.
born. If they were born into like something like super
Right.
privileged like that, they don't just like hop
Yeah,
in. Yeah.
exactly. I always respect. Plus, I mean, I don't know. From my perspective, I do think he um offers a very fresh kind of like, I don't know, Iron Man esque thing to the world. I think he kind of offers that, where he does all these projects where he really is trying to change the world more than a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not in ways that everyone thinks is useful, like why do we need to go to space, stuff like that. But I mean, he's making
Sure. Yeah.
he's so involved in all of these solar and things like
Yeah.
that, where
I
those
do
are
commend him for
impactful to
that.
the world.
I mean, yeah, when wasn't it like, NASA's budget got super cut, so he's like, I'm just gonna step in and like see what I can do,
Right.
and then SpaceX
Exactly,
happened,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I think that I do commend him for that. Like, I think that is
Mhm.
a great way to use your money and power for sure.
Yeah.
Another great way is to tweet, 69, what's 420 plus 69,
You know that video of him where he's like at like some school, and the girl goes, "Hi everyone, this is Elon Musk. Say hi." And then he's like, "Sup?" And they go, "Hi." It's the most awkward video, but he's like standing there with his hands in his pockets in like the middle of like a first grade classroom or something, and they go,
Sup?
"Hi," and he goes, "Sup?"
Do you guys want to hear a joke? What's 420 times 69?
Did you see his tweet this week about next I'm buying Coca-Cola and putting cocaine back in it?
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
That's a great tweet. Yeah. No, that
And
was
then
great.
yesterday he got in like a argument with AOC. She tweeted something about the elites of the world having too much power in our social media and whatnot. And
Mhm.
he said it was something like, "Stop hitting on me, I'm shy."
What a troll.
So
I love
great.
that.
He just, yeah, he's just a troll.
That's amazing. Well, whoever's listening that's affiliated with Elon, tell him we said congratulations, and
Yes.
we'll send him a pin. And
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
wear his pin wherever he goes. And
Yeah,
say,
put on
"Oh
his
yeah,
little-
it's this cool little niche podcast
yeah,
that I love."
it's such a good episode of Tech Heads where they talk about
And
me.
so also, tech heads, I was thinking we could build a tunnel underneath San Francisco. And
Could I build a tunnel under your podcast? 59. Also, has he never heard of a subway?
right, but I think it wasn't the whole plan of it to put cars in the tunnel.
That's what a
would
subway
launch at,
is.
like,
It's just a bunch of cars connected.
right, but what my understanding of it was that you drive into a tunnel in your own personal car and then
Yeah.
get launched at like a super high speed across the city.
Right, yeah.
Which, I don't know, that sounds really, really weird and cool, but
Yeah. Hey, I might be eating my words one day. I don't know.
I don't know.
It could totally
We
work.
all could be.
Who knows? But I think it's just so funny because like subways are essentially that, right? But
Right.
little older and whatever, and not as sexy as the what is it called? The hyperdrive.
Was it something like that? Hyperloop, hypertube, hyper
Yeah.
something. It was pretty hyper,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see. I would love to see it when it's open. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Speaking of crazy weird technology, we all know drones are a thing. I think drones are awesome. They get the sickest shots in all the cool little Casey Neistat vlogs. You can spy on your neighbors, spy on your exes, spy on whoever you want, and you can save the world with them, and you can, I don't know, you can have a little kid just play with it, and it's super fun. Like there's just a huge range of like what you can do with these drones.
You can do anything. You can go to war with
Anything.
drones,
You can end wars
depending
you can
on the
start
type of drones we're talking about.
right. So another company decided to hop in the drone game. You guys may have heard of it. It's called Snapchat.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Snap.
never heard of it.
I think you just like you talk by snapping, just like through your phone. You go
Like Morse code.
yeah, something like that. No, so Snapchat decided to build a little pocket-sized drone that people can buy right now. It's for sale, and it's like, I don't know, it's like $200 or $230. I don't remember, but it's this little square. It's like, imagine SpongeBob if he had fans through his little porises and just kind of flew around you like a little mosquito. That's what the Snapchat drone is. So there's no remote. You just you buy the drone, and it's like I said, it's pocket size, so it's really small. You can pick from like a number of like pre-programmed routes
Flight
that it'll
patterns.
do around you. Yeah, patterns.
Yeah,
And,
I think there were 6 different flight patterns.
right. Yeah, there's like a knob, I think, on the top, and you can like choose it. And then there's, I think, 2 different cameras on it. So you pick whatever you want it to do, and you open up Snapchat, and then you can just see what's going on. And then it'll just like do whatever you would normally do with Snapchat, like take your little selfies and put your little filters on it. But it's all hands-free at this point because the app is driving it along with the drone. And I saw a demo video, and it actually came out really well, and I was genuinely surprised and kind of I don't know, a little excited about it, but also a little scared. You know what I mean?
I was reading that article this morning, and to myself personally, I was thinking, this is one of the stupidest things I've seen in my life. But I know I'm going to eat my words, like we've been talking about eating words a lot in the last few minutes. I know I'm going to, but like I think where I lost it was Snap. They're no longer Snapchat. They're now just Snap.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they apparently rebranded themselves in 2016. Didn't know that because,
Damn.
But to me, their new mission statement just felt like I don't know if you remember in the first season of Silicon Valley, where they're at the TechCrunch convention, and everyone's like, our mission is to change the world. And, it's just like everyone keeps saying that over and over again.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me. It's like, we're going to change the world. You made a drone for selfies.
No, I wrote that down actually. So yeah, their quote is, our mission is to empower people to express themselves, live in the moment, learn about the world, and have fun together. And this product does exactly that. I mean, talk about corporate bullshit mission statements.
Right,
but,
I know.
I mean, you could say the same thing about like a can of spray paint.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you could.
Yeah, express yourself, live in the moment, learn about the world, have fun. Graffiti everywhere. Like, you could say that about anything.
You literally could. That's what I was laughing so hard reading that, because that's all I could think of. Just, our mission is to change the world by helping teenagers take pictures of themselves.
Dude, people are going to bring them in class and just
throw it up in the middle of class.
Yeah, they're going to troll class, and like teachers can be like, God, we should have never left our houses to do school. Yeah, so I have some real specs on it. So Snap says, Snap, you're right. Yeah, it's just Snap. Snap says a full charge will get you 5 to 8 flights, which can range from roughly 10 to 20 seconds.
Right. So that too, that sounded stupid to me.
Yeah.
And you can buy, sorry, not to take away from your point, but like you can buy a extra, they said, you can replace the batteries though. And so then you could get another 5 to 10 flights, but you have to pay another $20 for a battery and then another $50 for a charger.
Yeah, the portable dual battery charger. Yeah.
Right. So then you're looking at $300 for a selfie drone.
God, just
Lovely.
I could see it now. I mean, little girlies on their Runyon hikes with the little thing.
Stop,
just like,
yeah.
Oh my God, get your drone out. Let's do a snappy. What would be a selfie from a drone called? Is it going to be called a droney?
A droney?
Or a drelfie?
Drelfy?
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh my
disgusting.
God, let's do a Drelfy.
I to me this just feels like the other thing, sorry, along with Snapchat's rebranding is that they don't consider themselves a social media platform, just as Facebook Meta doesn't consider themselves a social media anymore.
Right.
Snap now considers themselves a camera company.
Yeah.
But this is the only camera that I've ever heard of them making.
No, they did the glasses.
They did glasses too.
Like years
the
ago.
spectacles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was another name for their face filters and stuff. I just felt like this is a way for them to try and stay relevant. I mean, I guess that's everything
Maybe, yeah.
in the tech world. Like, you just got to try and stay relevant. But
it is their second camera product, so
I guess
they are.
I guess so, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it just I don't know.
I was a little impressed. The 12 megapixel sensor shoots up to 100 videos or 1,000 photos, all of which are stored locally on a 16 gigabyte drive. I feel like that's pretty nice.
That's substantial for sure. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, your phone holds a lot more than that, and the only issue is your phone doesn't fly. So I understand that if you want your phone to fly.
Okay, Vic. So just between you and I, not the listeners, make sure they cannot hear this.
Okay, future me. Okay, totally cut this out. Do not keep
totally
it in.
cut it out.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, do
not keep
this
it in.
This is top secret information. Okay, let's make a phone case that turns into a drone. Phone case drone. Dude, I think we've got it. We take their technology and
Yeah, I already have I have the exact answer that you're looking for. So, those little attachments that you can put in your phone charger, like in the little the
little fan.
The fan. Just make a bigger, more powerful fan.
Oh, here we go. We're
and
cooking.
Then your phone flies.
That's it.
Goodbye, Snap.
$1 billion valuation.
Hey, sharks. Have you ever wanted your phone to fly? Well, think about it. All the times that you're on a roller coaster and your phone flies out of your pocket, if you just turned on your drone, it would fall, and then if you turned it on, then it would just maybe fly back up and find you, and then you would just be on the roller coaster and get your phone
and catch your phone again. Yeah, exactly.
No more shattered phones at Universal. That's all I'm saying.
We're asking for $3 million for 1% equity in our company.
1%, yeah, that's totally fair. Mm-hmm. Mark Cuban says that's too generous. I'll do 0.5%. All right. Back to the show.
Back to the show.
I really hope I remember to cut that all out because that's a brilliant idea.
Brilliant, top secret.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, my recommendation is I did this because we used it together like months ago. You might remember. I think you still have it, maybe. I don't know. But and I also hope I've never recommended it, but it's called Live Server in VS Code.
Oh, the best. Oh my God, it's actually the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're ever I know we talk about web development on the show, guys. You remember that? We haven't really talked super hardcore coding in a while. I just think it's a more visual thing. So it's really hard to talk about audibly, but we like to still do it, obviously, but it gets a little dry sometimes. And also the prep was really hard sometimes because we don't want to get it wrong. So so anyway, Live Server, it's a VS Code extension. I'm sure there's equivalents for it in Atom or Sublime or any other editor that you're using. I'm sure they make something similar, but this is great because usually if you're working on something that's web-based on the front end and you want to see what's actually happening, you would have to open the browser and refresh manually every single time that you want to see your changes.
Save and refresh.
Save and refresh. Two steps.
Even more of a pain.
With Live Server, it's been so long that I've done that I forgot there is an extra step. So this is even better. So with Live Server, I think all you do is you just install it, and then I think the bottom right corner you just hit go live on whatever you're working on, like in an HTML file. It automatically opens the browser. It shows you exactly what's going on, and then every time you make a change and save, that's it. Like you're already doing
You don't even
that.
have to save. Like it just does it every it refreshes like every 30 seconds or something like that.
I think you could probably change the settings and make it like every time you like type anything, it'll just refresh. So it'll go on like port 5000 or 550, and then you can immediately see what's going on. And I use it every single day at work. It is the best.
Awesome.
It is my favorite VS Code extension of all time. So I recommend that one. And I have like a runner up that I want to bring up because I'm gonna actually use it at work on Monday. So I'm really excited for it. But and I don't know why I never used anything like this, but in front end web development, we always need to have like these colors that we're using. Like if for a certain client, for instance, if they have like a very specific color palette, we have the hex codes, like the hexadecimal equivalent of whatever that color is. And it's just the best way of, translating what color is what. So like I think all zeros, like 6 zeros with like the hashtag. So it's like hashtag 0000000. I think that's just black. And then FFFFF is white or like something like that. But anyway, so you can do any color that's visible to the naked eye with the hex code. And a lot of times when I'm trying to, put certain code or certain colors in certain blocks or divs or shapes or fonts or whatever it is, or backgrounds of the website, whatever it is, I have to go back into my code and like find it wherever else I'm using it, or like in my notes or whatever it is, and just copy and paste it. But there's this extension out there, and I don't remember what it's called, but I'll link it below. You can save the hex code as a variable, so you can make it like primary blue, or like company color red, like whatever you want it to be. You can name it whatever you want, whatever is easier for you to remember. So then all you have to do is type the name. It's almost like doing a variable, like assigning a variable to like, somebody's age or their name, like whatever it is. You just assign a variable in CSS to this color, and then you can call it whenever you want super easily. So
that's super cool. That's super useful too.
Yeah. So I'm going to start using that on Monday. And
Nice.
I could not be more excited, because that is like, I hate when I'm like, oh, what's the hex code again? And then I have to like try to remember, like ENTGH2. Like it just, it's so annoying. And then that's just like a different pink. I don't know. It's annoying.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
yeah, what's your stupid recommendation, Niko?
my stupid, dumb, idiot recommendation.
Yeah.
Well, so not to be boring, but everyone needs a good keyboard. And I noticed at the beginning of the podcast, because Vic and I are on Zoom, that we are keyboard twinsies, and we both use what's the brand? Keychron?
Yeah, we both use Keychron.
Yeah, and it was a good
K2.
price. I think I have the K2 as well. I think mine's 65% keyboard. I don't have numbers on the side of it, so I think that makes it a 65.
Well, let's hold them up really quick. So for the audio listeners, we're showing our keyboards.
We're showing keyboards. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Do we have the exact same one?
We might. The only thing I did is I switched out my light key. I switched it out. Yeah, we have the same one for sure. I just switched out the light because they gave me an extra orange key on the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it looked fancy. Yeah, that's the same one for sure. It's the best.
Wait,
I love it.
Hang on, hold yours up again. I don't think so. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have one more extra row. Oh, I have this row.
What's that row?
Wait, so you have the numbers?
Oh, yeah. I have numbers. I don't have F keys though.
I have the function keys.
You
so
have
like the play and pause and the brightness.
A lucky dude. Yeah, I don't have that. I have to hold down F1 or F2.
It's okay.
Function
You're not missing
1.
anything because, well, maybe you might be, but I spilt yerba mate all over my keyboard like a couple months ago. I think it was on the show or right before the show. I spilled tea all over my keyboard. And ever since, there's been some buttons that do not work, and most of the function keys do not work anymore.
Shoot.
Yeah, so that's a thing. And whenever I switch from my Mac to my PC, usually it's really easy. You just like flip these little switches on the side. You can do like Bluetooth or cable, and then you can switch from Mac to Windows. And those keys are done. They're like,
oh no, they are.
They're like sealed. It's so hard. I have to like break a nail every time I switch from my Mac to my PC. It's so annoying. But great keyboard. Like it's not their fault. Yeah. It's all my fault.
No, and it is a great keyboard. It's first of all, it's not like super expensive. I was looking around at Office Depot and Best Buy and stuff like that, and you know all the cool looking keyboards that looked fun to type on. They're over $100, where this is I think I got this for $60 or $70.
Yeah,
and it's super sturdy. I mean, it's like you know metallic on the bottom. The keys are nice and soft, and I think I got the brown switches. They light up 15 different color patterns. Like if you press the button, then it like it's super cool.
Brown switches are the way to go. That's what I did.
I went with brown. Yeah, so you can do a variety of brown, red, for the or listeners, blue switches.
Why don't we do a little demo? Yeah.
I was going to say, because I've got it right here, ready to type. Oh, wait, I think you muted yourself.
Oh, no, you're just deaf.
Oh, yeah, I am deaf.
No, I'm doing it in the studio mic. Here, let me do it for you.
Oh, that's why. Oh, let me hear it. Yeah. It's so nice, though.
It's the best. I was letting, this is before Dylan got her own keyboard, but I was letting her use mine just for whatever. And I was just sitting on the couch doing nothing. And I'm like, that's what that sounds like. That's super nice, but that's kind of annoying. It's like
it's
so
nice to
loud.
the user.
Yes. Like I don't hear it when I'm doing it because I'm on it for like 10 hours a day. But if you're not doing anything in the room and you hear somebody doing it, you're like, oh, God, that's
it's a bit noisy, isn't it?
I bring it to the office though, and I make sure I don't sit near anybody when I'm using it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I felt bad. I was doing homework with Tessa, and she was sitting in like the living room, and I was just in here, and I felt so bad because she's trying to focus and concentrate. She's taking a quiz, and I'm over here like and it's super obnoxious and annoying, but
right.
But it's fun, man. And it sounds cool.
Yeah, if you guys are in the market for a new keyboard, I mean, I don't know a better one. I know Anna uses the Logitech MX Master Keys, I think, or something like that.
Right.
And that would be a keyboard that I might eventually get in the future, just to have like a silent option whenever I need it. But so far this one's really good. And then my mouse is the Logitech MX Master 3. The crazy looking one.
Oh, I like that. I want to get a good mouse eventually. I've got
this is the good mouse.
Microsoft one, the Arc mouse. Have you seen this thing?
No.
It's like it's cool, and like so this is how you turn it off. It goes flat like that.
Whoa.
And then you bend it. You bend the body of the mouse, and then it turns on. And it's got its little light, and it's just like, the only thing is like it's not very I don't know. I guess using it with a Mac is not as fun as the touchpad or the trackpad on the Mac, because there's so much to do with the trackpad that once you're using this, you're just kind of clicking on things.
Right. Yeah. Not as fun. But yeah, I guess that's a second recommendation. This mouse. I mean, it has the side things, like this little scrolly on the side.
Hand grooves.
Yeah, and it's just so comfortable. Like whenever I use another mouse, I'm like, how are you not having like an arthritis attack on your hand right now?
Dude, I saw this thing that I saw it on TikTok. I don't use TikTok, but I saw it. I saw it on the internet. It's a gaming mouse slash keyboard thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one-handed. So like you people have gotten really good at it, and when they're good at it, like it makes them really good at whatever game they're playing.
Oh,
And
okay.
basically your hand sits inside of it, almost like a claw kind of a thing. And there's like 3 or 4 buttons per finger. So like you can
No
press
way.
down, forwards, or backwards. And so you're like just moving your hand like a little claw thing,
Mhm.
but it has the joystick on the side, and then there's like buttons all over it for your fingers to press, and like you can hit things with your knuckles above it. It's just crazy, and people are super fast with it. I can't
Wow.
believe how
All
good
right.
they've gotten, like with gaming like that. I forget what the name is. It starts with an A, I believe.
Well, if you find it, make sure you drop it in the company Slack.
Yeah.
And, I'll
Oh, I
drop
will.
it in the show notes and get it out to everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that too.
Yeah.
I think with that though, I think we've got a solid show. I think we're good.
I think that's a decent show.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, everybody, whatever you're doing, just stand up and applaud for Niko. And
Scream at the top of your lungs, even if you're in a quiet library.
oh, there we go.
There we go.
Perfect. All right. Well, see you guys next week, I guess. Whatever. Bye.
Yeah, whatever.
Tech heads out. Peace. Bye. Whatever. All the stuff.